Here is your latest African news. Africa-wide, Afcon highlights. Burkina Faso beat 10-man Gabon on penalties to reach the quarterfinals in the Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon following a 1-1 draw over the weekend. Tunisia upset 10-man Nigeria to set up a quarterfinal tie against Burkina Faso. Tunisia, Nation Cup winners in 2004, will face Burkina Faso in the last 8 on Saturday, January 29th. Africa-wide, China is using government buildings to spy on Africa, a new report says. A shocking new report underscores that China's 2-decade-long blitz of engagement in Africa has likely given it extensive surveillance access to the continent. Chinese companies, all of which are legally obliged to help the CCP gather intelligence, have built at least 186 government buildings in Africa and at least 14 sensitive intragovernmental telecommunication networks. In addition, Beijing is documented to have also donated computers to at least 35 African governments. The report says particular mention of Beijing's apparent use of private companies, given that all Chinese internet companies are subject to their leadership mandates that they cooperate with the government to reduce users' anonymity. Burkina Faso. Shots heard near the presidential palace. Shots have been heard near the presidential palace in Burkina Faso's capital amid a mutiny by soldiers. Gunfire has also been heard at several barracks in Ouagadougou, with soldiers demanding the sacking of military chiefs and more resources to fight militants. Hundreds of people came out in support of the troops, forcing authorities to introduce a nighttime curfew. The government said the crisis had been contained. It dismissed rumors of a new coup attempt just over a week after 11 soldiers were detained for allegedly plotting a coup. It is a larger sign of growing discontent with President Roch Kabore's government over its failure to quell the insurgency that has affected the West African states since 2015. Guinea. Head of Guinea's ruling military appoints members of the Transitional Council. The head of Guinea's military, Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya, over the weekend named the members of the National Transitional Council, NTC. The 81-member legislative body will decide when civilians will return to power. Civil society activist Dr. Kanso Koruma was appointed president of the NTC. The members of the NTC represent all the country's social professional organizations as well as political parties. Colonel Doumbouya, who became transitional president on October 1, 2021 after overthrowing President Alpha Conde, has pledged to hand over power to civilians after elections, but has not yet mentioned a deadline for this transition. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, insisted on the need to respect the 6-month deadline for holding elections and urges the Guinean authorities to quickly submit a timetable for this. South Africa. South Africa launches first Made in Africa satellites. South Africa has launched its first satellite constellation developed entirely in the continent of Africa. 3 locally produced nanosatellites, which made up the country's first maritime domain awareness satellite constellation, MDA-SAT, were launched from Cape Canaveral in the United States as part of American aerospace company SpaceX Transporter-3 mission. Transporter-3, SpaceX's third dedicated rideshare mission, carried a total of 105 spacecraft from various organizations and governments, including CubeSats, Microsats, Pocket Cubes, and orbital transfer vehicles. African Sahara. Snow falls in Sahara Desert for the 5th time in 40 years. New images of the Sahara Desert blanketed in snow have appeared this week on social media. The Sahara is the world's driest desert and one of the hottest places on Earth. The numerous desert spans 11 countries: Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, West Sahara, Sudan, and Tunisia. Sand dunes can reach up to 180 meters high and water is scarce in the region. The images captured earlier in January by photographer Karim Bouchatata reveal snow and ice near the town of Safra in northwest Algeria. The region has experienced snow just a handful of times in the past 40 years. The only previous recorded incidences of snow in Safra were in 1979, 2017, 2018, and 2021. One scientific study suggests extreme cold weather events could be attributed to Arctic warming. So when recent photos showed the dunes covered in beautiful icy patterns, it might have left you wondering, how is this even possible? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. It's the best way of supporting us. Also, don't forget to catch the return of our show Africa in the News on our channel. You can directly support this news series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a patron and donating. And remember, Africa is watching.